People are gonna tell you that you don't need to understand ins and outs of a car if you're a mechanic. Well, maybe you do need to know a little bit, but you don't need to know at such a lower details. You just buy the pre-made parts, you plug them in, and yeah, well, that part in itself is obviously technically wrong because you need to know a little bit more than that. It's not just buying parts and just like plugging stuff in the socket and it works. So you need to have experience and knowledge, obviously, right? That's why you go to garage. That's why you go to people who are good at this stuff. You don't do it all yourself, right? Not like same in the same way. People are gonna tell you, well, um, you can sort of rely on AI to build websites. You don't need to know the lower level details and all that stuff. This advice is specifically for people who are just getting into web development. Use AI, and do stuff through AI. Just like in the same way, you don't need to know the details of the car to drive a car. In the same way, you don't need to know everything about what you're doing to use AI. Well, the only difference is that if you're a professional developer, you are gonna have to learn the lower level stuff. Otherwise, you won't get nowhere, right? Yes, AI can get you from A to B to C, but there is a lot of reading between the lines, fixing the mistakes, and then making sure the bad stuff doesn't go online to the production. Nobody's gonna tell you that because people who are advocating that AI is gonna do this, AI is gonna do that. It's so crazy, I used it and I was able to build the entire system in over the weekend. A system that took his team 3 months to build, he was able to build it in over a weekend. Like I don't even know at this point what people are thinking. They're just gone stupid, unbelievably stupid. What's going on? It drives me mad, and probably this is one of the reasons I'm making this video anyway. It just drives me mad. So going back to the car example, you get in a car, you turn the car on, you drive the car, you go from A to B to C. You can travel across the country. You don't need to be crazy driver, really amazing driver. As long as you can follow the rules, not bump into nobody, keep your eyes open, you'll be fine. But the difference here is that when you're using AI, you are doing engineering level stuff. You're doing lower level complicated stuff. It's not same as driving the car. So you do need to know ins and outs, the complication and how to design things, how to make things scalable, what's going to crash the application, who's going to use the application, technicality, terms, business itself. You need to know all that. That's not comparable to driving a car. It might be comparable to fixing a car. In a way, it might be comparable to, but fixing a car is difficult as well. That's why you and I can't do it. Maybe some people can, but if something goes really horribly wrong, you go to the expert in this case are the engineers, right? So I know what you guys think about this AI, and like this may be one of the most random videos I'm making anyway, but I will tell you, do not believe this stupid hype that's around. This stupid hype is to make the bubble even bigger. Finances, if you're into business and all that, valuation, magnificent seven and all that stuff, you'll know what's going on here. You'll know when you look at the stock market, you know what's going on here. Okay, so use AI to help. Use AI to learn, but you cannot skip the detail. You cannot skip the grunt, the hard work. The extra hours you do. You just can't skip that. So when somebody tells you AI did all this to me, ignore them and just focus on your stuff. Best of luck.